The 3-year war in Yemen has reached what could be a crucial turning point with the battle for the port city of Hodeidah. Since the intervention of a Saudi and Emirati coalition to stop Houthi rebels in 2015, more than 10,000 people have been killed, tens of thousands injured, and millions displaced. Famine and outbreaks of cholera and diphtheria have turned Yemen into what the UN calls the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Now an offensive by pro-government forces on Hodeidah could result in another 250,000 casualties and leave 70% of Yemen's population without access to food, medicine, or relief supplies. The coalition says rebels have been using the port not only to import food, but also ballistic missiles that have been fired at targets inside Saudi Arabia. But the UN fears this attack could spark a new humanitarian crisis. Nearly 200 people have been killed since the offensive for the key Red Sea port began on Wednesday. The UN says nearly 5,000 families have had to flee their homes to stay alive.
We were safe at home when pro-government forces and Houthi rebels started fighting continuously. We managed to flee, but some others were killed or got stuck.
Displaced Yemenis are seeking shelter from not only street fighting, but also aerial attacks. Some of the families caught in the crossfire are camping in schools or makeshift shanties.
We started walking, carrying our children while the Apache helicopters hovered above. We were scared, not knowing whether we'll be shot or not. We prayed we wouldn't get hit. There was nothing we could do.
Shuttle diplomacy by UN Special Envoy to Yemen, Martin Griffiths, hasn't succeeded so far. A Houthi spokesman has told Al Jazeera that the UN Special Envoy has not asked Houthi fighters to hand over their weapons in return for Saudis stopping their airstrikes.
The Saudi government and the UAE government are lying to people by claiming that the UN envoy is carrying such demands. This is because they're trying to justify their military defeats and failures. The discussions are part of an ongoing search for a comprehensive solution that covers Hodeidah and many other places.
Analysts believe the best outcome to keep thousands of people from being killed and millions from starving to death is for the two warring sides to reach a ceasefire agreement somehow. Chaderjian, Al Jazeera.